Day, and welcome to another episode of the Brew Quest. Today's beer style is coffee beer, and if you're like me who needs caffeine in the morning, coffee and beer is probably your two favorite drinks. I've had a coffee beer before. There's a few stouts out there that have coffee in it, and I can see why the roasted aroma and flavor of coffee goes really well with the roasted malts and stouts and probably brown ales. But coffee is not limited just to stouts. You can actually put it in anything, ales, lagers. Who knows if it will be a good beer though. Right now, mostly I see coffee being put in stouts, which is exactly what we're drinking today. One of my last beers that I got from my Instagram friend Jimmy, and this is from Illinois. This is called Smells Like Bean Spirit by Mikerphone. So Mikerphone is a brewery out in Illinois. I think they're a contract brewery though. I don't think they brew on site. I'm not too sure. Because on the back of this it says brewed and canned at Octopi Brewing, Wenatchee, Wisconsin. But their tap room is in Illinois. I was reading on their website that they still contract brew. The reason I like this brewery though, Mikerphone, is they do a lot of music inspired beer. And from what I've seen on their Instagram and their social media, people seem to love their beer. So I'm really excited to try this out. Smells Like Bean Spirit is an ode to Nirvana. Kind of reminds you of the Nevermind album with the baby following the dollar bill, but it's coffee following maple. So this beer is a breakfast stout ale with Vermont maple syrup and Tugboat Coffee Roasters, Sumatra Manheling Coffee. So I guess this is a collab with Tugboat Coffee. It is an 8% beer. So this should be good. I'm looking forward to it. Craftbeer.com only says coffee beer is any beer with coffee added. Yeah, sort of like Fruit and Field, just something with fruit. So let's pop this open. I'll put up some stats and I'll see you right after this pour. Be right back. That was a cool pour. Poured exactly the way I thought the stout would. Not a lot of head on the initial pour. It kind of dissipated kind of quickly. But when it was there, it was a nice light brown chocolatey head. Almost like that Neapolitan stout I did. So almost the same. Most stouts are kind of the same. For me, I'm not really surprised anymore by the way they pour. This thing is super dark. Almost pitch black. You can't see through this glass at all. The ABV is not as big though. It's only 8%. Usually, I think that Neapolitan stout I just did last week was like 11, I believe. Kind of high. And a lot of the other stouts I've seen have been drinking like 14. So this is going to be one of the lighter ones. So let's get a nose on this. Definitely getting that maple syrup smell. Like there's like a brown, almost like caramelized sugar note that's coming through on the nose. Even the coffee's kind of coming kind of through. There's a bit of a sweetness to it as well. Maybe that's just because I'm smelling the maple sugar or the maple syrup, but it's there. I can smell it. So I hope this tastes as good as it smells. Cheers. That's actually really good. Majority of the stouts I've been drinking have a very strong roasted malt character to it. Almost borderline like super umami soy sauce-ish type. I'm like talking imperial stouts. This one though is really light. The roasted aroma, maybe it's because this is a breakfast stout. I don't know. I'm not sure what the difference is, but the roastedness of the stout is just not as intense. It's kind of mellow, really. It's there, but it's not strong. And I'm not too sure if because this can is about 5/6/19, so it's November, so it's 6 months old. I don't know if that's due to the aging, but some of these other beers I've had that have aged like at least a year or so, like that strong roasted note comes through very predominantly. But this one is not bad. It's very mellow. It's a good amount of roasted taste. Then the maple syrup part of this beer sort of hits you in the middle. Nice sweetness, not overly sweet. It's not like pancakes, putting on pancakes, that kind of sweet. It just has a really good taste, good mouthfeel too. Overall, I think this is a really good beer. One of my last beers I had was like KBS, and that was okay compared to this. I think I actually like this more than I like that KBS, to be honest. Bitterness is on the finish, but it's not strong. I think everything else sort of tempers it down a bit, which is good for me. And overall, I love this beer. Now, to be fair, not all coffee beers are the same, and because this style is really going to be dependent on what you put, or what base beers you're going to put the coffee in. So I think probably for me right now, stouts or porters will probably be the best, and something with adjuncts like this, I think the maple syrup kind of makes it for me more than the coffee beans, to be honest. So with all that said, where would I put this on my list? Now, it's gonna be hard because I really like this beer, to be honest. Is it gonna be better than my barrel aged stout, which is at number 5? I don't know. I think I kind of like barrel aging is also the same. Like this coffee, depends what you put into the barrel and depends on the adjuncts. So I think I like the barrel aged quality only because I like that bourbon taste. Usually the bourbon adds a lot more, especially the booziness. You know, I like a big beer. So I don't think it's going to be there. Is it better than Goza? Probably not. Is it better than a chocolate beer? I think so. That Cocoa Fluffs I did for chocolate beer was good, but I don't know. This seems to be a lot better. I like this one more. So I'm going to put this at number 7, pushing down chocolate beer to number 8, and this is going to be coffee beer. It's been a while, actually, since I've had something placed this high. The last thing that was this high was the Belgian style wit, which I actually need to get another beer of just to try that out as well. Probably do that for another side quest episode. But yeah, oh man, smells like bean spirit, coffee beer, great. And coming in number 7. So thank you very much for watching this episode of the Brew Quest. And if you liked it, please feel free to leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome beer styles, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Man, that maple syrup is good.